Games. Games are supposed to be a gateway from our hopelessly boring, mundane lives into a vast array of stories to experience and challenges to surpass. Games are one of the most unique mediums in the fact that anyone, and I mean anyone, can enjoy gaming. Games are also one of the most largest mediums as well, meaning that everyone can enjoy a game. So it came as a surprise to me when I saw the recent Dove commercial about sexualized women in video games. You know, what I love about representation is playing a character that just from a glance is slimmer than me IRL.
A Dove takes a stand against overly sexualized women in video games, with at epicgames' Unreal Engine education team and at Women in Games, eliminating stereotypes and to build young players' self-esteem and body confidence.
So, in this collaboration with epicgames and Women in Games, they hope to eliminate stereotypes and build young players' self-esteem and body confidence?
Wow, what a waste. The poor children.
Which to me doesn't make any sense because, one, this obviously doesn't apply to every game. I mean, I'm not so sure how games like Tetris can help with young people's body confidence. 2, there are games where you can customize your character. Sure, the depth of customization varies, but it's par for the course depending on how much resources a company has. And 3, you don't need to play every video game. Just because you don't like seeing sexy men and women in video games doesn't mean the majority of gamers don't. And I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought this as well, because in the replies and quote retweets, many people didn't quite agree with the message.
Am I the only one that noticed that the video game avatar is a little bit slimmer to the real life model?
Feminists, that skimpy body armor is unrealistic and impractical. Also feminists, it's okay for a disabled woman to be portrayed as a soldier in World War II. Games don't have to be realistic.
That video summarizes the reboot of Lara Croft. Female gamers aren't triggered by physically fit/attractive/feminine women. They love the power fantasy of playing as a hunky man too. It's not gamers complaining, it's SJW bloggers who want to claim another thing to be triggered by.
Does anyone find it funny how these companies will always be like we're done sexualizing women? No more hotties and bring out a chubby woman? Like what are you saying here exactly? You sorry Dove, she's still hot, I'm gonna sexualize her, you can't stop me, sorry.
That's crazy. Anyway, check this.
So 74% of girls who play video games are fat? Sounds about right.
I hate that Dove is suggesting that only unhealthy women enjoy video games.
So Dove is taking a stand against attractive women basically. It's very weird how every female in games these days either looks like men, are 250 pounds overweight, or are just plain ugly. I just feel bad for women who actually take care of themselves.
What is wrong with having fit athletic heroes in today's culture? We have an obesity epidemic in today's culture. This isn't body positivity, it is normalizing unhappiness through unhealthy eating.
Reminder that women unironically consider fictitious women to be direct competition to themselves.
I would say this kind of conversation is a slippery slope, but, in this case, you already slid right off that slope and landed on your faces. Not even soap can wash away that embarrassment.
After I was done looking through that dumpster fire, I decided to look into this Women in Games company to find out what they were about in the first place, because these guys had to be pretty big to be working with epicgames and Dove, right? And boy, did I find a treasure trove. Okay, in all seriousness, I did look up the name, and here's the website that I found.
Women in Games. Global activists for women in games and esports, saving the future of games and the creative industries.
Bullshit. Sorry.
Commentary news. Abuse, assault, and harassment. Are we going backwards as an industry? Donate. Women in Games rejects gender discrimination, exploitation, bullying, and harassment of women in every form and setting. Support our work by making a donation to the Women in Games via the link below. Donate now.
How about no?
About us. We believe that getting more women into games and esports should be framed as a national, international, and strategic priority. A business case for stronger teams, better insights, innovative new products. We believe in more people, more diversity, and more perspectives. History. Women in Games is a non-for-profit organization funded in 2009 when women were only 6% of the games industry workspace. In 2020, we have a global average statistic of 22%. In a recent survey of the global top 15 game companies, only 16% of women are represented in the executive teams. The number of women working in any role or competing in esports is around 5%, or 1 in 20, yet approximately 50% of players globally are women, so we still have a long way to go in achieving our representative games and esport industry and better understanding how to do that.
Kinda confused here. I thought this was about making sure young gamers are feeling represented and comfortable in video games. Why are we talking about herstory? Also, this whole last paragraph here about the 5% of women in esports, yet 50% of women are playing games globally is a little misleading. Like, I don't know if every game is an esport, you know?
You lied to me.
The community. From grassroots, we have built a powerful and diverse community across multiple social media channels, such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. We continue to expand our social networks by using new and interactive spaces to engage and support our community, in particular Twitch, Discord, and Clubhouse. Harassment and discrimination continue to be live and urgent issues both online and in the workplace. And we provide safe spaces for exchange and support, as well as reflective and active spaces in which to develop countermeasures to what are unacceptable behaviors in games and esports.
And there you have it. This isn't about stopping over female sexualization or any of that malarkey. It's about securing the bag and getting into executive positions in gaming companies and doing whatever the heck they want. Honestly, even if it was about over female sexualization, not sexualization overall, in video games, the reality is, and trust me when I say this, no one cares.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't care. What'd you say? I just want to know what you said. What did you say? I don't care!
And you know why? Because if it really was that big of a problem, then capitalism would have already done its thing and people would have stopped buying those games that sexualize their characters. Companies would have almost immediately followed the trend and stopped doing that, but that's not the reality of the situation here. In reality, most gamers like playing these outlandish, awesome fantasy characters, and it's shown throughout the years that gamers like playing these characters, so what's the problem?